Good evening. I want to thank you, Board of Trustees and the United States Holocaust Memorial Council for this award, as well as the Museum Director, Sarah Blumenfield. It is a great honor to be receiving this precious medal, named for a man that I have admired and loved for many years, someone that I've met on more than one occasion. I would cherish it for years to come, Elie Wiesel. As I said earlier on the film, when you see something that is not right, not fair, not just, you have a moral obligation to speak up, to speak out, and find a way to get in the way. When I was growing up in rural Alabama, 50 miles from Montgomery, outside of a little place called Troy, I would see those signs that said white men, colored men, white women, white waiting, colored waiting. I would come home and ask my mother, my father, my grandparents, my great-grandparents, why? They would say, that's the way it is. Don't get in the way, don't get in trouble. But I read the Bible. I read the story about the children of Israel. I heard the songs like Go Down Moses, way down in Egypt land, and tell old Pharaoh to let my people go. The music inspired me. The words inspired me. And then in 1955, 15 years old in the 10th grade, I heard of Rosa Parks. I heard of Martin Luther King Jr. Met Rosa Parks in 1957 at the age of 17. The next year, at the age of 18, I met Martin Luther King Jr. And I never looked back. I asked my mother, I asked my father, and they would say, boy, that's the way it is. Don't get in the way, don't get in trouble. But I got in trouble. It was good trouble. It was a necessary trouble. So we all must continue to get in trouble. I visited the Holocaust Museum on more than one occasion. And for me, it is hard. It is almost unbelievable. It is unbelievable. It is unreal. What happened to a group of people, a group of human beings? And it must never, ever happen again. Never, never again. In the Civil Rights Movement, yes, I met and walked with Rabbi Husher. Yes, I met and walked with Rabbi Prince. But there was hundreds and thousands of young Jewish students and adults who marched on Washington. Many rabbis came to Selma. Many young people worked in the state of Mississippi during 1964 and 1965, and others worked all across the South. And I will never, ever forget 3 young men that I got to know: Andy Goodman, Micah Scherner, Jewish from New York, and James Shaney, young African-American man from Mississippi. Went out on a Sunday summer night, June 21st, 1964, to investigate the burning of an African-American church to be used for voter registration workshop. These 3 young men, riding in a car, detained by the sheriff, arrested, taken to jail, and later that evening, they were taken from jail and turned over to the Klan, where they were beaten, shot, and killed. And their bodies were discovered 6 weeks later, buried under a mine or dirt. It was a hard and difficult time for the civil rights movement. In the South, in our country, in America, temples and synagogues were bombed in the South. Churches bombed and burned. We didn't give up. We didn't give in. We kept the faith, and we kept our eyes on the prize. And there are forces in America today, forces of hate. And we must never hate, for hate is too heavy a burden to bear. As the late Philip Randolph said, as we were planning the March on Washington for August 28, 1963, he said it over and over again. Maybe our foremothers and our forefathers all came to this great land in different ships, but we all are in the same boat now. We must look out for each other and care for each other. And during this season, this political season, we must not allow anything or anybody or any force to turn us around. For we are one people, we are one family, we live in the same house, not just the American house, but the world house. Thank you tonight for this great honor. Thank you.